All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're calling this the Light Shadow Caesar with beard trim tutorial. First thing we're going to do, of course, is strap our client in, put a neck strip around them, comb the hair out, make sure that any debris, or we just want to examine the scalp. This is what we always do before we start any cutting, is we want to make sure that the client's hair and beard is combed all the way out. We're calling this a light Caesar because it's still gonna be a little bit dark, but it's a 1.5 against the grain. So it's like a real heavy shadow if it's a shadow. Normally for a Caesar cut, we would do a 1.5 or a 1A blade with the grain. That would be considered wavelength. But this particular cut, still gonna be wavelength, but it's gonna not really thick waves, light waves. So we're gonna use the 1.5 against. And again, I'm using the classic 76 cordless clipper with a 1.5 blade going against the grain. And these clippers are awesome for heavy duty hair cutting. Remove hair very easily. And the charge on these cordless clippers is great as well. So you definitely want to add some of these clippers to your arsenal if you don't have them already. And we're going to go all over his head, all the way around. Whatever we do on one side, we're going to do on the other side. Removing all of that hair. Notice that we keep a comb in the opposite hand that we're cutting with, and that is of course to remove hair. See the progress that we're making as we perform this particular haircut. Make sure if you need to go over it twice, 1.5 times, 3 times, whatever is necessary, man, to get that, to remove all of that hair and get it to the desired length. That's what you want to do. And I'm using a comb in the other hand, like I said before. However, we will also employ using a brush as well. So when we're cutting, we want to make sure that we're giving him the cleanest, most even cut that we possibly can. Again, we're using the brush when we're not using the comb. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1A to go around the ears, because I like to make it taper it just a little bit, even though it's an even cut all the way around. We want to around those ears and the back of the head, we want to taper it out just a little tiny bit, just to get a more clean look. So I'm using that 1A blade, Oster 76 cordless clipper, and we're going all the way around the sides and the back. Want to remove hair with our neck duster. ladies and gentlemen, these are the tricks of the trade, and they're not costing you anything except for your time. This haircut should take you no more than a half an hour, even with the beard trim. Everything we do on one side, we're gonna do on the other side. Always keep that in mind. So we've cleaned them up with that 1.5 against the grain, 1A against the grain around the ears and the back of the neck area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to smooth out this haircut with a 1 with the grain. And when you do a haircut, when you perform a haircut, especially as a new barber, you always want to start at the back of the head. Again, that's the 1 blade. And we're going to go with the grain. But you always want to start at the back. And the reason being is if you make a mistake or you put the wrong blade on your clipper and cut it a little bit shorter than what you wanted to cut it with, you start it in the back. So it's easy to fix those types of mistakes without the client ever even knowing if you do make a mistake. 1 with the grain, Oster 76 replacement blade clipper, cordless. And again, whatever you do on one side, you always want to do on the other side. I'm trying to get both sides of his head, so that you guys can really see what we're doing. Go all over his head, making that thing as smooth, as clean, as uniform as possible. And where that where the sideburn meets the beard, you want to blend that in to where it's not really abrupt, but it's a blend that goes from his haircut into the beard. So you want to fade that in as well. Now I'm going in with my my Nova adjustable clippers, closed all the way with the number 3 guard, clipper comb guard, to bring that beard down. Now he wants it to where he wants it shorter because it's super long right now, but he wants it shorter, but he still wants to keep it full. He doesn't want to shadow the beard. He wants to keep a fuller look. So we're going to start with the number 3 comb. But what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up using a number 2 comb to get it where he wants it. And ordinarily you want to get it to where you could pull a comb through it if you're keeping it full. Again, that's the Nova adjustable blade clipper, closed all the way with the number 3 clipper comb attachment. So now I'm going to use the number 2 because that number 3, like I said, it brought it down, but not exactly where I wanted to bring it down. So the number 2 clipper comb attachment is going to remove a little bit more hair. and we're going to get it exactly where we want it to be. At this point, you know, you're really about halfway through this service, because we've got the hair to where we want it to be. Now we've got the beard to where we want it to be in terms of the length. Now we're going to come in after we finish getting it all the way down to exactly where we want it to be, with the detail work. The detail work is the lining and the blending of the haircut into the beard. This is a awesome service to perform on your clients. It's a very professional looking haircut. Conservative, you know what I'm saying? It's not over the top. It's just a nice clean look, and you should be able to give your client this particular service in under 30 minutes. We're trimming the mustache with the Nova adjustable blade clipper with the blade all the way open, and that's how we're also blending the sideburns. Blending the sideburns into the beard. Now we're going to come in and we're going to start the detail work. Lining. Line again. Start at the back. Align the back of his neck. You can see closely there, and that's a Nova. No, that's not a Nova. That's a, what is that? One of those little black trimmers. I'll put the name of the trimmer in the description. I think it's called the Supreme, the Black Supreme. But you're gonna use the edges of that clipper to go around his ear and the back of his neck. Then we're gonna do the sides from his temple down. And we're drawing that line in with the edge of that clipper, just cleaning him up real nice. We don't want to create a hairline. We want to clean up the hairline that he already has. I know a lot of the young cats like to wear these super duper tight razor C cups, they call them, where your hairline looks like a straight up C, and that's cool, but it don't really look that cool when it grows back. We want it to look natural when that hairline comes back. We don't want you to have to look crazy during the grow back process. Again, what we do on one side, we're going to do on the other. So we're trimming the back of his neck. Start at the back of his neck first. The back part, we're not going to line it. We're actually going to clean up his neck, and we're going to taper that out. And we taper it out with our adjustable blade trimmer, just scooping out that bottom line until there is no line. Again, what we do on one side, we do on the other side. Always keep that in mind. And when you're lining up the front, you want to look at your client head on to make sure that you're giving them an even hairline, as even as possible. No one's face is perfectly symmetrical, so keep that in mind. You want to do it to the best of your ability without pushing your client's hairline all the way back. We don't want to get in pushbacks. Again, what we did on one side, we're going to do on the other side. Clean up that man's hairline, make it nice and neat. And while I'm here, I want to shout out all of our YouTube subscribers for liking our previous video on the fade and making that popular. Again, this game we giving away, like I said, for free. We was trying to sell the game, but that didn't really work out. So we doing what we can, man, and giving back to the community by sharing what we've learned with over now coming on up on 30 years. No, it's actually been 30 years of experience in the barbershop. Mustache trim, you want to hit the top as well as the bottom. Clean it up. Clean up whatever hairs are hanging up out of that man's nose. And we're keeping his beard as wide as possible. So instead of going on the jawline like we ordinarily would do with this particular style, we're going more along the bottom of the, well, not the bottom of the neck, but the top of the neck, but not quite jawline. And again, whatever we do on one side, we're gonna do on the other side. Hit the top of that mustache as well as right over that lip. Clean those, keep those hairs from going inside that man's mouth. Always keep a comb in one hand, the clipper in the other. And again, that comb is to remove whatever little hairs that you're taking off as you hit it with the clipper, to make sure you can see the surface that you're working with at all times. Again, we're shaping at the not along the jawline, but a little bit below, but not quite at the bottom of the neck, but at the top of the neck, I want to call it. Top of the neck beard trim. And listen, we're walking you through this haircut in real time. Remove hair, of course, with your neck duster. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other side. Again, you want to look your client on, head on. And again, I'm using, these are my Andis Outliner 2s, the cordless Exos. Again, just to clean that line up a little bit more. Now I'm trimming off some of the loose hairs. I'm trying to shape up that beard to where it's, you know, nice and perfectly even. As perfect as we can be. Hit the top of that line. Give a nice little sharp line on top of that beard, as well as the bottom. Comb that thing out. Comb that thing out and keep an eye on loose hairs that you can grab with your trimmers or your clippers or your shears. The only rule to using your tools in barbering is just making sure that whatever you do, it works. Now I'm going to use my Andis Masters cordless to clean up the back of his hairline, taper that line all the way out to where there is no line, it's just a taper. Brush him off with the neck duster. Again, cleaning that line off or out to where it's tapered up in the back. And when you're tapering, you always want to use your adjustable lever to push that blade up and down to get the hair to its desired length. Taking my adjustable blade trimmer, or not trimmers, Nova clippers, and just, you know, knocking out those loose hairs that may be sticking up, just shaping that beard up. Yeah, you know, they say the devil is in the details, but in truth, man, the God is in the details. You want to, again, use your clippers, your trimmers to do that detail work and get him looking like the image and likeness of God that he truly is. All right, next step, I think that he's pretty clean, but we're gonna hit him with the shears. Again, detail work. And we're only 24 minutes into this haircut, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it should take you about 30 minutes to complete it. So hitting him with the shears. Getting those hairs that we didn't get with the clippers. Just, again, detail work, detail work, detail work. People come to the barbershop to get a professional barber style cut, and you should make sure as a professional that they get a professional barber style cut, and that includes detail work, making sure that, you know what I'm saying, you pour your efforts and your expertise into your service, which is this haircut. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do some more detail work. We're going to go over his hairline as well as his beard one more time, but we're going to do it with a straight razor. And so what we're doing right now is we're applying some shaving cream. We're going to add a little bit of water to it, and we're just going to clean up that line. Takes hardly any time with the razor. Again, detail work, ladies and gentlemen. That's why people come and see a barber, because of these types of services right here. Gonna blow them off, get some of that hair off of them. That's an awesome little product, a little blower. So this haircut is essentially done, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're just going over a few things. We're just cleaning them up. This is the cleaning up process. And when you hold your razor, you want to hold your razor at a 45-degree angle, and make sure that you use a new, clean and sharp razor. And that way you just hit that hairline and you're done with it. You don't have to go over it 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 times. You just hit where you want to hit, and you keep it moving. But again, holding the razor at a 45-degree angle, you don't want to hold it at 90. You're guaranteed to cut him. You don't want to saw at his face. You just want to hit that line and keep it moving. And again, one side, whatever we do on one side, we're going to do on the other side. Hairline and the top of the beard as well as the mustache. We're not going to use the razor at the bottom of the client's neck, especially with black men, because of razor bumps. You want to use a clipper, you want to use a trimmer, you want to use a shaver. So we've hit both sides with the razor at this point. Now again, we're just going over it again with the with my Andis outliner XLs cordless, just to again clean them up, make sure everything is good. Looking at him head on, making sure everything is straight or straight. Whatever little hairs we missed, that's what we gonna get. Next, we're gonna take that neck strip off because this haircut is done. We're gonna put some alcohol or some astringent on top of this neck strip and put that on him. Clean him up real nice. Hit him with a nice product. We have some awesome beard cream and beard oil, hair cream and hair oil by Asar here locally in the city of Denver. It's a great product. I'm gonna put some of that on him. And this haircut is done, ladies and gentlemen. This haircut is absolutely finito. So you want to hit him with the product. and you want to make sure that he's groomed, the hair is gone, all the extra particles are gone. Then you want to take your brush and you want to brush him down. You want to brush his hair completely, making sure that those lines are crisp, making sure that no hairs are sticking up or sticking out. Brush his hair as well as his beard. It's all included, ladies and gentlemen. It's all included. You have your light shadow Caesar with the beard trim. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Make sure you get my book too. Peace. We out.
I'm a DJ in your town, looking for direction, matter of fact the produce section. Can I get more? On the way to school, walking by the prison door, plus 2 liquor stores and a dog park. Talk about an eyesore when the post park. Have you ever seen a collard green when it grow up? Now show up.